What's going on, Squadcast listeners? This is the second episode. I fucking forgot how to intro. So, cool. Anyways, episode 2. This is actually should be episode 4, but we recorded a podcast in Missoula that just sounded like shit, and we're not gonna release something that sounds like shit.
Yeah.
So
it was kind of hard to record with 5 people with only one mic.
You know how it goes. But anyways, this is the second episode. Thanks for tuning in. It's March 19th, if that matters at all.
Probably doesn't.
Oh well. But we got some interesting topics today. Some things have come out recently. By the way, if you like the podcast, share it with your homeboys. Also, we got 2 dislikes on the last podcast. If you don't like it, tell us why. But anyways, so yeah, what's up? What's going on, dude?
Not much, honestly.
Are you mentally prepared to record a podcast today?
I think so. I'm a bit tired, but
yeah,
that comes with with getting up early, I suppose.
I guess so, dude.
So. But how have you been? What have you been up to since we recorded our last pod?
I can guarantee you right now, every time you ask me that, it's going to be the same thing.
Really?
Just like...
Well, I'm going to keep checking up on you every time we record. True. I'll keep asking to see if anything's changed.
Like, hey, how's it going? Oh, it turns out I have cancer, so...
Oh, well, that would be a bad thing.
Yeah. Anyways, it's not fun. It's not okay to joke about cancer. Kidding, it's okay to joke about anything. By the way... You can joke about anything. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if you get offended, that's literally your problem.
Yeah.
So, be offended. Don't listen to this podcast. But...
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm just...
podcast in, you're telling people not to listen to us?
Well, dude, no. I'm just saying, because, the 2 dislikes... heat me up because we're at it.
Really mad about that
because there's 3 likes on the last one and one of them is me. Is one of them you?
No.
Okay, so if it weren't for me, we'd be at a 50-50 like to dislike ratio, and that's bullshit. What are the topics today?
Well, do you have any? Did you come unprepared again?
No. Well, yeah, I did, but I have 2, so we could talk about the trailer today for Toy Story 4.
Sure.
We talk about
Let's just start with that.
We can talk about the J.K. Rowling thing, which is kind of stupid, I think. And we'll get into that. But so the Toy Story 4 trailer came out today. The official one.
It did. And
basically the story they're going for is... I think so...
From what I saw, it seems like the girl, I forget her name, Bonnie, yep. She creates a new toy at school or preschool or whatever the fuck grade she is in.
Sunnyside daycare.
And they go on a camping trip, her and her family, and the spork toy jumps out the window because he's like, I'm supposed to be used for eating food.
He's suicidal.
So he jumps out the car to escape, and Woody goes after him, being, kind guy Woody is, to be like, Bonnie needs you, and jumps out after him. So they get lost, and then Buzz and Co has to find Woody, but Woody and the spoon thing stumble upon, you alright?
Yeah, I just had some mucus in my throat.
I don't... They go to this used toy shop or something. I don't know how they end up there.
I think it's an antique store.
Right. They meet Bo Peep there, which I thought was weird, how she ended up way the fuck out there. Yeah,
and well, we can't really tell from the trailer, but
I'm sure they explain it. But...
It seemed like Woody was like, how'd you... He's calm about it, kind of.
Right. He's like,
he's
Bo Peep, what's up?
I haven't seen you in what?
20 years.
Literally 20 years, and you're here now, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
But
I mean, that's cool they brought Bo Peep back. I didn't really realize she was gone, to be honest.
Yeah, they hinted at it in the 3rd one.
Yeah, but so that's basically it, and then they have to rescue Woody, and Woody tries to get Bo Peep to come back with him to go be with Bonnie.
Yeah.
But Bo Peep's like, there's a bunch of kids. You know, why stick with one kid your whole life as a toy when you could be with all these other kids at this amusement park?
Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's literally Toy Story 2 and 3 combined. Because Buzz and gang have to go save Woody. And then...
well, first one, Woody saves Buzz.
Mm-hmm.
Second one, Buzz saves Woody.
Mm-hmm.
Third one, Woody saves Buzz.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
And then this one, Buzz saves Woody again.
So that's cool. But, I mean...
I'm excited. It looks fantastic.
Dude, I don't care what people say. Like, people are like, we don't need a fourth one. We don't.
No.
The trilogy was beautiful.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm so... Like, dude, Toy Story was my shit.
Yeah, I know.
Literally.
Yeah.
I had so many, like, toys just, like, because of it.
So did I. I mean, you have a picture of you dressed up as Woody.
Yeah.
Wherever the hell that's at.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Up there. It's a drawing of me in a fucking... A cowboy. A yeehaw outfit.
Snake in my
boot. Dude, somebody's poisoned the water hole.
Well,
you know?
I'm excited for the movie to come out. Because I think Pixar does really good work with their mainline series.
Yeah.
Cars is a bit debatable because 2 and 3 kind of crashed and burned.
Yeah,
but,
fuck those movies.
I mean, I liked Monsters University.
Yeah.
I thought that was good. Not a lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was alright.
I think it was fine.
Yeah.
It has a lot to hold up. Like, the first one was so good, and you have high hopes for the sequel, or it was a prequel.
That's really for any Pixar movie.
Yeah, true.
You know, usually they come out of the gate really strong, and then the second one, I think with the exception of Toy Story 2, is usually bad or worse.
Incredibles 2, I think, is probably equally as good, in my opinion.
I had some issues with Incredible 2, sorry, but I still think it was a good movie. I still really enjoyed it.
Yeah, so the listeners are gonna probably get pissed if they're our age because, I didn't see Incredibles 1, so I saw Incredibles 2 before Incredibles 1, and I'm sorry. I watched Incredibles 2 actually twice before I saw the first one, because you can watch this. A good sequel is you can watch it, and you can still enjoy it as much as the first one.
Yeah, without even needing to see the first one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it helps, right?
Yeah.
To know the characters and like.
Yeah, I mean it helps, but really it's just basically Incredibles 1 is the setup to them being the Incredibles.
It's literally right after the first one.
Yeah, it starts up right after the first one.
The first one, it's dark. It's kind of dark compared to this one. I feel like the villain is way better in the first one.
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah. Screenslaver sucked.
Yeah,
As
it was
a
bad.
villain, it was bad.
Yeah. I forgot the first one's name.
Oh,
It was like Mr. Incredible's like biggest fan, and then
yeah, who he jilted or whatever.
Yeah.
Pushed him aside, and he was like, "Fuck you," and vowed to take revenge.
Yeah, he did it out of love though, even though he tried to kill him.
And his family.
So, anyways, yeah.
But yeah, so back to Toy Story.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't care what people say. Like, I'm so biased to Toy Story. Like, I'm gonna enjoy it regardless.
Yeah. Well, it's a great, it was a great trilogy, and I have confidence in Pixar to make a good sequel, another good movie in the franchise.
Yeah, and the thing is, they came out and said, like, John Lasseter before the allegations or whatever.
Right.
Was like, we had no plan on making a fourth one, but the story was so good that we had to. So I was like, okay, I respect that. But now John Lasseter's out. He's outie 5,000, and I think I fucking forgot who's directing. But anyways, I have faith.
Is it Brad Bird?
No.
Oh.
I have faith though, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely looking like Toy Story 2 and 3 combined, kinda, because like in the third one, Lotso was like, "Why don't you stay here? There's like kids come and go every year. It's like you're never gonna be. There's never heartbreak."
Yeah.
Which is weird. It's like.
But you'd think there would still be heartbreak because you would get attached to the kids that do come, and then
they dip, and then
they graduate or they leave the preschool.
Graduate preschool.
And then
That's another topic we could talk about, like graduating kindergarten and 6th grade and 8th grade. It's stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But anyways, we can talk about that later.
Okay. Oh, that's my train of thought.
Damn it.
There you go.
But yeah, so yeah, Lotso was like, just stay here, like there's no heartbreak, you don't get attached. And then Bo Peep's like, stay here, there's no heartbreak, you don't get attached.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay. But who knows? They might dive into some existential, like, how do toys come alive actually? Like, what's alive and what isn't? Because if you can make a fork or a spork.
Yeah, if you just put like googly eyes and a mouth and arms on it, does that make it alive?
Mm-hmm.
What are the logistics of bringing inanimate objects to life?
You could argue that adult toys could potentially be alive.
Like, you mean like action figures?
No.
Like models? Like you build a model of something and it's alive?
Adult toys.
Yeah, like Lego, like adult Legos.
Dildos and shit.
You're gonna make me blush.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Oh, you'd have to put googly eyes on it and shit. Like it wouldn't just be alive.
That'd be so fucking funny.
It wouldn't just be I feel like they have to make a joke about it at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
they gotta play into that because like people that are watching the movie now are so old now.
Yeah, if they can play it off as like a
like we weren't even like us being 20. Almost, well, you're 20. I'm almost 20. We're both almost 20.
I am 21.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck.
older than you.
Oh, do you think you're better than me?
I do, because I'm
okay.
older.
Fuck
I'm
you,
wiser.
Dude. Okay, you're gonna die before. If you're using that logic, you're gonna die before me. Haha.
Who knows? Maybe I'm safer than you.
Nope. Last time I checked, you had STDs.
Don't be spreading that shit around, because I don't.
Dude, you told me you did.
I never said the words.
Anyways, fucking forgot what I was talking about. I don't know what I was saying. Fuck it, dude. Anyways, Toy Story 4, looking forward to it. Jesus Christ, I can't believe I just spaced out. Lost it. You're not helping me out very much.
Well, I don't know. Letting you try and figure out what you were going to say.
Fuck it, I don't care. Don't care. Anyways.
There's a suspicion that Luke is going to be in the new Star Wars.
Oh.
Even though he supposedly died.
Well, he vanished.
But I guess it wasn't necessarily said that he died. He just vanished. Because he had a trailer and he was on set.
Oh,
Apparently
shit.
he had a script, so...
Force Ghost?
Maybe. Or maybe he just could teleport or some shit. I was talking to some people today, and apparently there's going to be some elements of time travel involved.
No.
Which I was super bummed to hear.
No.
Because we were talking about how JJ and the writers are going to try and fix what Rian Johnson did. You know, with the retconning of Snoke and Rey's parents and all that shit. You know, the red herrings that were thrown out.
Yeah.
I really, really hope they don't lean too heavily into time travel. I really hope so.
Yeah, that just fucks things up.
As far as I know, there is no time travel in the Star Wars universe as of this point. And I think that helps the series because things are finite, right? If when Vader died, he died for good.
Yeah.
You know, you can't go back in time and tell him to fucking get off the Death Star and meet Luke on the ground or something on Endor and live.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can't... Obviously, that's an extreme and they wouldn't do that, but hopefully not.
Yeah.
But it's just that the idea that those things can happen annoys me because the Star Wars universe has always been this kind of gritty, not super gritty, but like realistically sci-fi place where if something happens, it happens for good, for better, for worse, shit happens.
Yeah.
You can't, rectify that
by
by going back in time. So I don't know if it's true. It's what I've heard from some people at school who've been looking into it. But what do you think about time travel in Star Wars, or that Luke is going to be in the movie even?
Time travel, definitely not. That just sounds bad. It just sounds messy and just confusing and like I just like the Last Jedi was a big flop, but like you can't really fix it. You can fix it. I don't know what they're gonna do, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like we'll have to wait and see if they do time travel. Then they're gonna have to like what would they even do? Like go back and save Leia from the explosion or whatever, and then.
Well, she was already saved from the explosion.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like, actually no. Like save the fleet from like having to go to that planet, and then Luke having to show up or whatever. Like maybe they go back and Luke is like, "Oh, I have to save him actually," or some shit like that.
I don't know. That
just sounds like.
I don't know how they'll do it, but I just heard that they might be incorporating that into it. And you know, I hope if Luke comes back, it's as a Force ghost.
Yeah, I think that's what they should do. I think that's if I were to guess, that's what they would do.
Have Luke and Yoda and Obi-Wan come back. Maybe Anakin returns.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
And we get to see Anakin talk to Rey or something. Mm-hmm. They all teach Rey how to be a Jedi, or maybe a new form of Jedi. So it's not like because you can't call the middle film The Last Jedi, and then in the next movie, there's another Jedi. That doesn't make any sense, you know. So I think Rey has to move into this kind of middle ground between Sith and Jedi, where she accepts the good and the bad of both sides and tries to find peace within.
Kind of like Mace Windu.
A little, yeah. See, that was kind of from what I know, Mace Windu. He was said to have that. That's why he had the purple lightsaber. Mm-hmm. But I've also heard that Samuel L. Jackson just wanted a purple lightsaber. So then they kind of wrote it around that to make that match. But I don't know if that's for sure or not.
Damn. Well, shit.
But I mean, if I had fucking Samuel L. Jackson coming on set for my movie, I would be like, whatever you want.
Yeah,
you
for
can
real.
Have.
Like,
you want a purple lightsaber? Absolutely.
Yeah. Go for it. Go crazy, dude. That would, if they brought back Force Ghosts, like...
Because Yoda was in...
Yeah.
Last Jedi.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, if they brought back, like, Anakin, like, maybe they hire Hayden up, be like, hey, what's up?
Maybe, or they hire an old guy. Because that was something that kind of made me pissed, is when they updated the movies for Blu-ray.
Yeah,
they replaced the guy that played Vader for Anakin, or for Hayden Christensen, who played Anakin.
Makes no fucking sense.
Which makes no sense, because
Obi-Wan was old.
Obi-Wan was old.
It's like, if you're going to do that, you might as well...
Might as well replace Obi-Wan. But then why would you replace Obi-Wan when we've seen Obi-Wan in the original trilogy as an old guy?
Yeah.
We saw Vader as an older guy in the original trilogy. So why would you replace him with the prequel? It just doesn't make any fucking sense, George. Why, George? George. Stop.
Fucking chill it, okay?
And I guess he has a hand in the new movie, too. Like, they brought him back so that he can help out with this last movie.
We need a title. We need a trailer.
That's what's so surprising to me, dude. It's March. It's almost the end of March.
We don't have a title yet.
And there's no title. There's no trailer. There's no fucking... we have nothing. We don't even have...
we have nothing.
It kind of scares me.
It's kind of... Yeah.
Like, what are they going to do?
It's crazy how it's been almost 2 years since Last Jedi.
It's been almost 4 years since...
Force Awakens.
Oh
my god. Are we going to be front row again?
Of course. We have to be there first.
Yeah, true. We were fucking front row for 7 and 8.
And Solo. Not Rogue One, though.
Do we?
No. I didn't go see it.
I don't remember.
I think I saw it in theaters, but I didn't see it. We didn't see it opening day.
Yeah. Yeah, if they brought back Force Ghosts, they ought to do it right.
I agree.
And if they brought back Luke...
I feel like it was a good sign that they did Yoda as a puppet instead
Yeah,
of CG Yoda.
that was
That
good.
was a good sign that they're trying to stick for some sort of continuity from the original trilogy.
Yeah, fucking for once.
Yeah.
Firkin.
Freaking.
Yeah, if Luke's alive, they better have a goddamn good explanation.
Yeah.
Because, like...
Because I personally really liked the way that he passed.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good ending to his story.
Yeah, for sure. And the end scene with Kylo Ren and him...
Yeah.
When he, like, tried to, like,
Slice
fight
through
him,
yeah.
but didn't work because he was gassed.
He's a Force ghost.
That was sick.
Projection.
There's a lot of good scenes in that movie, but overall it was just like...
And it's a beautiful movie. Like, the cinematography in it is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. So good.
But it's just the story department just fell flat.
Yeah.
And I really hope they can do something to fix it without needing to go back and basically rewrite The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
That's what I really hope this movie doesn't do, is go back and say everything that happened in The Last Jedi doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
That would make me upset.
Yeah.
As much as I don't enjoy The Last Jedi's writing, it came out. That's where the story went. That's what we know. Maybe, flip a couple things, make Rey's parents important again, say that Kylo was just fucking lying to her. Because that's something that he would do to manipulate her.
I think that's actually what happens. Like, I think Kylo is just a dirty liar.
I think so. I hope so. Because it was built up as this important thing of who was her parents. And then it's nothing.
And then he was like, no,
there's nothing there. I don't know. I feel like we've talked about this on the last pod a little bit. But
yeah.
Disney Plus should be coming out this year. I think the end of this year. And
what's that?
The Disney streaming service?
I don't know. I don't know.
Disney is making their own streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll have, Marvel, Star Wars, fucking Fox properties since they bought up Fox stuff.
Oh, shit.
It'll have they're doing 2 original TV shows. They're doing at least 1 original Star Wars show called The Mandalorian.
I heard about that.
Which will be dope.
Yeah.
And then there's, I guess, talks for an Obi-Wan miniseries.
Like a live action?
Yeah. Like a live action Obi-Wan miniseries.
Hell yeah.
That would take place between 3 and 4.
Hell fucking yeah. Yes. Absolutely do that.
I would love for that to happen.
Absolutely do that.
And Ewan McGregor has always said that he's interested in coming back to play Obi-Wan. He loves Star Wars.
He's always super down. Like, I feel like every day he's like, hey, like,
I remember watching interviews a couple of years ago of him saying, like, people would ask him and he always said he would like to, but he's never been approached by anyone yet.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't approached him to ask him anything. And even if they did, he said he couldn't tell anybody. So
that's true.
He's like, even if I said yes, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
But he said, as far as I can tell you, I haven't been approached.
What if he's hiding it?
That's
a brilliant way to hide it.
He could be hiding it.
True.
But I just hope they greenlight it, and I hope they do that.
Yeah, they should for sure do that and get him on there because he's incredible.
Something that I hope that Disney has learned over the past couple of years is not to put out a Star Wars movie every year.
Yeah,
it ruins the brand of Star Wars when you're constantly flooding the marketplace of movies with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Not to mention when you have Marvel and you have, Star Wars, you have DC movies, you have fucking all these other movies that come out of it during the year.
Yeah.
Like, there's not enough time and not enough money for people to go see all these movies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's better just to release them, every 2 years or every 3 years, you get a big new Star Wars movie.
It's the same with Warner Bros. And the Wizarding World movies, because in the Blu-ray of Crimes Grindelwald, they were like, David Heyman, the producer, was like, oh yeah, it's like, we have so much untapped potential for this world. And then he goes on about, like, saying, like, Rolling's world is so big and it's expanding. And it makes it seem like they're just going to keep going with it, which I'm okay with.
Right.
But definitely wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, like, Deathly Hallows wasn't that long ago. It was only 9 years ago.
It's a long time. It's almost a decade.
Yeah, and I think it was good timing. Don't get me wrong with Fantastic Beasts, but
I feel like there's enough time for people to, if you hadn't watched Harry Potter when the last movie came out, you had time to catch up.
You had plenty of time.
You had time to read the books.
Everyone
had time to gestate what had happened, all the info we had, and then now she goes, all right, I'm ready to come back into this world. She comes back and starts writing for...
Yeah. You had 8 years.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the Harry Potter films and you want to, or like want to read the books,
sure.
And you've been like putting it off, just do it. You've had 8 years.
I still haven't read the books, but I'm working on it.
Is this your first time reading through them?
So I read when I was younger. I read Half-Blood Prince. No, I read half of Order of the Phoenix. I read Half-Blood Prince, and I read Deathly Hallows. I read them backwards. I read Deathly Hallows first, and then I read Half-Blood Prince, and then I started Order of the Phoenix and never finished it. But so when I finish the series I'm reading right now, I'm going to go back and pick up on 4, Goblet of Fire, and start reading them to finish the series.
Yeah. Good luck with 5. It's about 1,100 pages.
Yeah, I'm not too scared.
You ain't scared?
Because I like the way she writes.
I ain't scared of pages.
I mean, that's 2 of the books I'm reading right now.
And
I've read 2 of them in a month. So...
Yeah, true.
Like, not too bad.
Yeah. Speaking of rolling, there's some shit that came out. The Blu-ray of I watched the entire special features of it because I think it's interesting how they talk about like set design and like just how they piece together the movie and like what goes into it. Because like this sounds so bitch. But as an aspiring filmmaker, like it's good knowledge to know how it all happens, like a big budget. And I watch special features for like a lot of movies. Like
weird flex, but okay.
It's not really a flex.
Oh well, I was just trying to make a joke. So
are you trying to be relatable?
Take it so serious.
You're trying to be relatable with the kids.
Yeah, I'm trying to play to the youth.
True. But anyways, I watched them all, and Rowling was like, so Grindelwald and Dumbledore had an intense sexual relationship, and people got pissed off. They were like, why are you writing things about your old characters that you haven't specified in the past? And she absolutely has.
Oh yeah, it's a problem.
100%.
No, absolutely. And I think I tweeted something about it saying that people just need to calm down, right? Because it's her characters, it's her story. She can do what she wants.
Yeah.
If she wants to add shit to it that wasn't in the books that doesn't really make sense to add, she can, But don't get so upset.
Yeah.
That you I don't know. It's just it can be frustrating, and maybe it's because I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan, like I'm not like deep into the lore and shit of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But from a casual fan, it didn't bother me. Yeah. Because it was kind of already known that he and Grindelwald had a relationship. Yeah. That even in Crimes of Grindelwald, he gives them spoilers. If you haven't seen Crimes of Grindelwald yet, but he gives Newt gets the little locket thing with the promise pact, the blood pact,
the promise pact.
But he gets that thing because that's what Dumbledore and Grindelwald made, so they wouldn't fight each other. And they had a relationship, so you would assume that it was passionate enough for
a fucking blood pact.
Yeah, like you would assume that they were close enough. And they had a close enough relationship that maybe sexual things happened between them.
Yeah, they were like, let's not fight each other ever.
Yeah, but now she just, basically confirmed that. Yeah. And I just don't get why people were so upset about that.
And it's also hinted, not heavily in the books, but it's hinted in Deathly Hallows that it's like, I don't know. It's not hinting at like they had a relationship per se, but they were so close
Mm-hmm.
that they had the same kind of like wants, like they wanted power.
Yeah.
That they developed. I mean, they were really close, and
Right.
it was confirmed like probably 12 years ago that Dumbledore was gay. Probably like
It wasn't after.
yeah, it was.
Or wasn't it
It
after
was
Deathly
12.
Hallows?
I think it was 2007 when she confirmed
Oh,
it.
so definitely not after Deathly
It's
Hallows.
sad that I know this.
Not sad. I mean,
But-
I could tell you a bunch of shit about Game of Thrones. Like,
True.
it's
I don't
just-
know anything
you pick your
about Game of
poison when it comes
Thrones.
to literature.
Yeah, true. But
Which by the way, not to detract, but season 8, dude, it's next month. No, it's wait. Yeah, next month. So excited. Less than a month, dude.
hell yeah.
It's almost over.
Yeah, woo. Woo.
Okay, yeah.
I'll watch it maybe in like 10 years.
Oh my god, dude, no.
I don't have time.
You have time to watch all the special features on the Blu-ray for Harry Potter.
An hour of special
But you
features
can't
compared
watch
to
one
7
episode.
season.
You can watch one episode a week, and it would take you fucking.
How do you watch them? HBO?
Yeah, well, I have them all on my computer. I can just give them to you.
Fuck, all right. Fine. All right, fine. Let me finish Breaking Bad first.
Okay.
I'm on season 4 already.
Okay.
So,
But anyway, yeah. So it's like, so people. I mean, I think the meme of J.K. Rowling saying shit is hilarious.
okay. First of all, The Cursed Child is so fucking bad, and I understand why people got mad because she fucked with time travel again, with the time turner.
Yeah.
And then had the audacity to say that Voldemort had a kid with Bellatrix. No.
How would that even be possible, dude? He was half
Exactly.
snake.
No. Don't do that. No. You're going to tell me
feel like
that
the Cursed
Voldemort
Child-
and Bellatrix hadn't... they liked each other?
I feel like the Cursed Child doesn't really count though.
She considers it canon.
She considers it canon.
She says it's canon, and I hate her for it.
She needs to actually write a book then for it to explain all this shit, because you cannot write a play to explain all this shit that she adds into it.
Why would you write a play of...
Like, I get a Harry Potter play is cool, right? And that's a good idea to adapt it from the book.
Yeah.
She should have wrote a book about it.
Yeah.
She's an author, not a playwright.
Yeah.
She's an author, not a screenwriter. She shouldn't be writing screenplays. She shouldn't be writing books. She shouldn't be writing plays. She needs to be writing these in books that can be adapted.
Like, after Deathly Hallows, the story is so good, and it's so, it ends. It's so important if you're going to make stories about Harry's kids, you got to do it so perfectly and so right.
Yeah.
And
It felt like she kind of like threw things together just to keep. And there's a good criticism of her that she wants to stay relevant.
Yeah.
Which, if you want to stay relevant, write more books.
Yeah. Right.
Keep writing Harry Potter books, whether it's in the expanded universe or not.
Yeah.
Keep writing books, and you will stay in the people talking about it.
Yeah.
But if you keep putting out shit like this is going directly to you, JK, if you ever listen to this podcast.
Yeah, ever. If you
Ever. Doubt it, but
doubt it.
if you're there.
But shout out.
Shout
we
out.
love your shit, but
We
also
love it, but also we
figure
hate
it out. Like, don't ruin shit. You ruined it.
I don't know about ruining it, but
If
it definitly is frustrating
sat-
the direction that she takes with it.
I read The Cursed Child, and let me tell you, I was so mad. I was so mad.
Do you have the book?
No, I'm not giving her money for that book. I rented the shit.
I might go to the library and get it when I'm done with the Harry Potter
Dude,
series.
save yourself the pain. It's so fucking bad.
Well, but it's
Getting worked up talking about it. But anyways, yeah, people are mad because we started off saying like, hey, it's okay, like she's fine, and then we're like, fuck you, basically.
well, I'm still saying not fuck you. I just it is frustrating.
Fuck you
and
for
it is
Cursed
annoying.
Child for sure, but other than that, like
But her coming back and adding these things. Apparently, she said Hermione was black in her head, which I don't understand.
yeah, I think so, and I think
she made no mention of that in the books. Which
I think she said some bullshit about like it doesn't matter the race or whatever. It matters like what you think she is in your head. And I always thought she was black. I was like, okay.
But she had ginger hair and shit. Like,
yeah, like, hey man, you don't gotta be so inclusive all the time. Like, chill.
well, that's another valid criticism. Is she tries to be so inclusive, but she doesn't show any of that inclusivity.
Yeah.
You know, she doesn't. She had a hand in the movies. She could have cast Hermione as a black girl.
Yeah.
But she didn't.
Yeah.
So obviously, you know.
But the casting is so perfect for the movies anyway.
It's true, yeah. It worked out really well, but you can't, say this character is black and then when the movie comes out not make the character black.
Yeah.
I feel like that was like an afterthought to her. She goes, oh yeah, when I wrote it, I did think of her as black, but then I,
yeah, and having all
kept writing and I forgot that I thought of her like that and it was morphed into something else.
Mm-hmm.
That is one thing to say.
Yeah.
For her to say, yeah, she is black, that's what I thought while writing her, that's the definite answer.
Mm-hmm.
Not, yeah, I originally envisioned it like that, but then as I kept writing it, my vision of Hermione changed.
Yeah. And you can't come out and say that when all the movies are done.
When all the movies are done and all the books are done. Everything is done, everything is finalized. With the Dumbledore, being gay thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there was many hints of that in the book. As far as I can remember, there really wasn't much to go off of that.
There is, when you get deeper into it.
Right. Well,
especially Deathly Hallows.
But she didn't specifically mention anything about that.
Yeah, no.
So then to go back and go, well, he was. Okay, that's fine, but then why didn't you, talk about that a bit more?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you write about that just a little bit more to expand upon that? And a counter argument to my own argument there is it's not about him.
Yeah.
It's about Harry. Yeah. It's about his story. It doesn't matter what Dumbledore's sexual orientation is because it's not his story.
Yeah, it's a good detail to character.
Yeah.
It's a good it doesn't matter though. Like we were talking about Crimes Grindelwald. It kind of matters to know that he was gay, but I don't feel like, people might get mad, but you don't need to show that really. Kind of hinted it. Yeah. But don't fucking show. You don't need to show them making out.
Right. Well, so a thing that I have seen and that I kind of agree with is that when you have a gay character, a lot of times they're written as a gay character.
Mm-hmm.
They're written to be about their sexuality only. They're not a very in-depth character.
Yeah.
They don't have much character depth because they're written as a flat gay character. That's either about their, coming out or about them being in a relationship with someone or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Where with Dumbledore, she says that and she kind of implies at it, but he's more than just that.
Yeah.
So why does she have to write it to where you see him and Grindelwald holding hands or him, walking around with a boyfriend or something? Why does that matter when if you know that that's his orientation? It adds a bit to his depth, but it doesn't take away from any of his history.
Yeah. It's Dumbledore. Just think of Dumbledore. Crazy,
a wise old, crazy man.
Crazy good wizard, lust for power. He has a really good. Does he? I don't even know. He doesn't even have a redemption arc really. He just kind of dies.
Well, I feel like at the point where we meet him in Harry Potter, he's so old and he's already done everything.
Yeah.
That he's already done all of his claim to fame.
Yeah.
He's just the best wizard at that point, right?
He's
the best wizard alive during Harry Potter, right?
Yeah. So it's sort of like a redemption arc because it's he had a lust for power and then realized that that's bad, and then was he's always been a good guy, He wasn't I'm gonna join Voldemort.
Right.
He was or
Grindelwald for that matter.
Yeah. Well, he wanted to, but he was because Grindelwald is literally the Wizarding World Hitler. He was that's bad.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I guess his redemption arc is kind of helping Harry defeat Voldemort because Voldemort has a lust for power.
Yeah, it kind of comes full circle.
So yeah, I guess so. But yeah. Anyways, think of Dumbledore just him.
Yeah.
Think of the first thing you think of when you think of Dumbledore.
Wizard.
Powerful wizard, wise,
old,
helpful.
Yeah.
He happens to be gay. That's it.
And I'm fine with that. That doesn't take away at all from him.
If you want to show them making out in the third movie, fine.
It might be a bit misplaced.
Does it matter? No.
Well, I feel like it'd be misplaced at this point because at this time in Grindelwald and Dumbledore's relationships, they're no longer as close as they once were.
Mm-hmm.
They're separated. Grindelwald's doing his, Hitler shit. Dumbledore's fighting against him in the background because he can't actively go against him.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the Blood Pact. He can't actively fight him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's doing his best through Newt and through whatever else it means to fight him.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously we know at the end he has to defeat him and throw him in Azkaban.
Yeah. He actually gets locked up in his own prison.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Grindelwald made a prison.
Oh.
And he gets locked up in his own prison. And
Gotcha.
then Voldemort kills him.
Interesting.
But he doesn't kill him in the movies.
Do
you know that?
No, well, I knew he was in the movie. I didn't know he didn't. I didn't know he killed him in the book or anything.
He was in the movie for...
like 0.2 seconds.
Yeah, he was in there for
he
like...
was in there while Voldemort screamed at him.
Yeah,
Where's the wand? And
yeah,
then
he was
it's
like...
with Dumbledore, and then he leaves.
Yeah, so, yeah, Harry and Voldemort have that connection because he's a Horcrux. And he would place things in his mind to so he would let him know what he was doing.
Sure.
And then Harry had a vision I don't know, that Voldemort went to Grindelwald and was like, or Voldemort was like, where's the wand? And Grindelwald's like, in the movie he's like, it lies with him, of course. And then shot back to Voldemort and he's just like, oh shit. Oh, and then he's like, Dumbledore, and then he just dips.
Yeah.
In the movie, Grindelwald he's come to terms with what he's done. He actually
in the movie or the book?
In the book, he realizes. Did I say movie?
Yeah.
Oh my bad. The book, he realizes what he did was fucked. That he was Hitler, basically, and he tried to defend the Wizarding World, because I don't really know why, but basically he was trying to. Actually, you know what? I think it's because Grindelwald had that. That's probably another hint from the book that Grindelwald had that relationship with Dumbledore. Because in the book, Grindelwald doesn't tell Voldemort where the wand's at. He denies it. And then I think Voldemort used the Cruciatus Curse on him.
Shit.
And had to tell him that it was and then it was Dumbledore. It was in his tomb, and then he fucking just killed him. That's how Grindelwald died.
Well,
He got murdered for a wand.
wow.
And it wasn't even his.
Real shitty.
So, but yeah, J.K. Rowling. Love you, but figure it out.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to eventually start watching Game of Thrones because we can have good discussions about it.
Yeah.
When you do start, we'll be on the opposite page here.
Yeah, true.
It's so good,
Yeah,
dude. You just need to watch it.
All right.
If you you like Lord of the Rings, and it's basically Lord of the Rings but a television show with a different plot.
And Emilia Clarke.
Emilia Clarke's in it. And
Super bae.
I love her.
Super bae.
I had a dream the other night that her and I were best friends.
Okay, so very wholesome.
Yeah, it was it was a wholesome dream.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
we were friends, and she told me about season 8 and told me what happened.
Oh.
And I was super excited. She invited me to a watch party for it.
You guys are just homies.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's sick.
Yeah, she seems like a really cool person.
Well, dude, hopefully we'll meet her one day.
I hope so. But you definitely need to start watching it.
All right, man. I'll watch it after Breaking Bad.
I just started
for sure.
Parks and Rec again. My second watch through.
Yeah, I saw your tweet about your. How many times have you watched that series?
Once fully through, but I've seen episodes from multiple seasons multiple times.
True.
It's just it's a very good TV show.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, they took the format of The Office, where it's like a kind of a mockumentary, you know?
Yeah.
Where it's supposedly it's like a documentary style, but you have these characters, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But to me, and it might be a divisive opinion, but they did it better. It's the best version of that kind of show. is Parks and Rec.
True.
Because I feel like with The Office, there's a lot of characters I don't care about.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When you watch it, you don't care about a lot of the... Maybe some people do, but when I watched it, I didn't care about half of the side people. I only cared about Jim and Pam and Michael.
Yeah.
And Dwight. They were the only ones I gave a shit about.
Yeah.
But with Parks and Rec, every character I care about.
Mm-hmm.
Every character has their own screen time, has their own episode dedicated to something that's going on with them, with other characters. They all build relationships with each other throughout the show.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it so much more satisfying to watch than The Office, in my opinion. It's just a better show.
True.
Plus, it's about local government, and there's a lot of funny scenarios that can go along with that.
True. Yeah, I like The Office, right? I just am not mega obsessed with it.
Well, it becomes this...
You know what? I've seen probably 15, I've seen like 15 episodes, and that's it.
Yeah,
and I like don't
8
like
seasons or whatever.
I like don't care to like sit there and watch them all.
Yeah.
Because there's so much of it, and it's just like,
Yeah.
Like I'd rather watch something else.
I get that.
Different strokes for different blokes.
That's right.
If you will.
What? So I don't know. Did we touch upon the new head of Nintendo America last pod?
No. Bowser.
Doug Bowser.
Doug Bowser.
The keys of the kingdom are in Bowser's hands.
That's crazy.
As Reggie said.
That's crazy.
I can't imagine how they found someone named Bowser.
I know.
And how perfect it is that he's now the head of Nintendo of America.
Yeah. He had like an interview where in the background there was Mario and Luigi tied up.
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
Oh, we're never getting a Mario game again.
No, it's always gonna be Bowser games now.
Bowser Party 7.
Oh gosh.
Bowser Kart. Every Mario character but Mario and Luigi.
That'd be hilarious, honestly.
I think it's good though, because maybe he'll influence the developers to like make a story that Bowser.
A redemption arc for Bowser.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I would probably say something along the lines of, make something other than him stealing Peach.
Yeah.
Switch it up a bit. Make it fresh. I think if they made a new open world Mario game, and like had like an RPG kinda, but with physics like Odyssey. Probably my favorite game of all time. Straight up.
I watched an Arlo video today about Breath of the Wild and Odyssey sequels.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched Arlo or not, but...
I do. I didn't watch it, though.
Well, he just briefly touches upon, how, like, Majora's Mask used the same assets of Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm.
A 2-year turnover.
Yeah.
And, like... that's very easily done. It saves a lot of time and money to having to make a whole new engine, make a whole new, all these things. And I feel like they put so much time into Breath of the Wild's engine. They put so much time into the new Mario engine that they could easily take those assets and flip them around and make a new game within, 2 or 3 years.
Right.
And so I hope this year there's an announcement for...
something
next year or
like
in 2021 that we're going to get another sequel to these fantastic games.
Yeah. They people were wanting Odyssey DLC for the longest time, and I was too.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to pull a Galaxy and just make a straight up sequel.
Well, see, that was another one he talked about, is Galaxy 2.
Mm-hmm.
How, Mario Galaxy 1 was great. Mario Galaxy 2 was the definitive version of that game.
Yeah.
It was the definitive version of that, I guess, that formula of, planet hopping, going around in space and shit.
Mm-hmm. For the record, the first Galaxy is my favorite game of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. It was just so crazy to me. Like when I got a Wii and I was like, Mario can fly in space?
Yeah.
As a fucking 10-year-old,
I was like
oh
jumping around planets and like
looping
around with gravity. So cool.
So satisfying.
Imagine that shit in the Odyssey engine.
Oh my god. Just be stupid fun.
Oh yeah. I still say, again, this year's the year that Wind Waker is going to be ported to Switch. It's going to happen.
I don't know.
I'm calling it. Whoever is
they
listening,
need to.
I'm calling it.
They would be fools not to. Literally, just because people are like, "Oh, the gamepad with the remake." Just make it like the GameCube one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice with the gamepad and everything to have your inventory right there, but
but
the gamepad sucks, first of all, and just go back to the GameCube version.
Yeah.
And just easy.
Yeah.
Easy clap.
Easy.
So go ahead and do that, Nintendo. And then go ahead and make Odyssey DLC or Odyssey sequel.
Also, release all the Zelda games from your. Again.
Yeah. Also, Sunshine 2 would be sick.
Yeah, redo Sunshine.
Or just HD it. I don't care.
Literally up-res. Doesn't matter.
Make GameCube Virtual Console.
Yes, dude.
What are you doing with Nintendo Online? You fucking idiots. I don't care about NES Soccer. I'll play it for 5 seconds and be like, okay, that was super boring. And then go play NES Tennis and be like, this is way better, but still boring.
Yeah, NES Tennis is pretty good.
It's also, baseball is all right.
I enjoy the NES games that they offer.
Yeah,
right?
like,
it's cool, and I like that you can play Mario 1 through 3.
Yeah.
You know, you can play the original Zelda. You know, you can play
Mm-hmm.
Metroid and all the cool NES games. But add SNES games, add GameCube games, add 64 games. The Switch is powerful enough to do that.
Absolutely.
Easy.
More powerful than the Wii U, first of all. And then, how many times am I going to say first of all? 5,000?
Wait, at this point, it's not the first thing. So
You're right.
I should stop saying it.
Second of all. So the Wii had N64 games, NES games, SNES games, day one.
Right, with the Virtual Console and being able to buy previous games by themselves.
It was day one. Why are you selling us the same games? Like,
I don't mind buying the games again, right? I don't mind paying another $4 for a SNES game, but make them available to purchase at least.
Yeah, and
I don't care if they're for free or not through the Virtual Console or through the fucking Nintendo
Online.
Selects or whatever the hell they are.
Yeah.
But make it so you can buy them. All I want to do is play fucking Chrono Trigger on my Switch.
Anywhere I want.
I'm tired of playing it on my goddamn cell phone and my computer.
True.
I want it on my Switch.
Yeah. Jesus Christ,
Rant
Nintendo.
over. That was my TED Talk.
Nintendo, you have been doing so good with the Switch, but at the same time, what are you doing? You're missing out on so many bags. Cops home.
Oh.
Fuck, dude, hide your meth.
Dude's already hidden.
Oh, nice. Did you keister it?
Yep.
That guy's actually a pretty nice guy. His name's Denver.
Denver?
Yeah.
His first name is Denver.
His first name is Denver.
Last name Colorado?
No. No. First name fucking Denver.
That was his last name.
I don't know his last name.
It's got to be equally cool. Your first name's Denver.
Denver, Michigan.
Twist. What a twist.
Yeah, so we're about 54 minutes in.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited because this
More of the same topics this episode. Kind of.
Well, if we have less. We've talked about less things, but for longer.
True. Let us know what you guys think. Honestly, if you want, you can give us some topics in the comments. Like, if you want us to talk about different shit.
If you want our opinion on something, let us know.
Yeah, if you want, for sure.
If you want.
Because this is not a Nintendo Fantastic Beasts Star Wars podcast.
But I feel like you and I enjoy talking about things we enjoy.
We can talk about what we want.
And it's our podcast, so we'll talk about what we want.
Exactly.
And if we want to talk about these things that we enjoy, we're gonna do it.
We're gonna.
But
leave us some comments, some topics, and some things. Maybe controversial stuff. It's really up to you. But, yeah, dude. So
I'm pretty excited. There's so Netflix last year, I think.
Can I hit that? I need my Nick.
Yeah, last year Netflix released this little teaser thing saying that they have the rights to Neon Genesis Evangelion, which is an anime from the 90s, but it it is one of the hardest to find. And I
Really?
think you can stream it on some like like anime sites or whatever, like
Some bootleg ass.
yeah, some bootleg ones.
Yeah.
But there's never been an official stream of it. There has been DVDs for it and stuff that you can buy, but they're so rare now because they were only released once that you can buy there's only like
They're probably like
16
mega expensive or something.
There's 16 episodes for this series.
Yeah.
And you have to pay like $200 to watch them.
Jesus Christ.
DVDs.
Are they? It must be like a banger show.
I read the manga and it's fantastic, dude.
Hell yeah.
It's so good.
That's crazy, dude.
And I'm very excited that Netflix is going to be having it.
That's tight.
So I can finally watch it.
After what, like 30 years?
Something like that, yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, and on more anime news, it's speculated and rumored that Dragon Ball Super is returning in July, which I'm pumped for.
Tight.
Because it ended last September, and I was super sad when it ended.
Damn.
But it's coming back.
Now you can binge watch more of your things.
That's right. Well, so you know how we went to see Broly?
Yeah.
And you know the art style for that?
Uh-huh.
It looked amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
The same designer is coming back to do Super for that. So it'll go off his designs rather than the plasticky look like it was during the first run.
True.
Which they're calling it Season 2 of Super, when I don't know if you would call it that, because it was just an anime that ran for 3 years without a break. Mm-hmm. There was no breaks like seasons are, like we have for seasons.
Yeah. So like, what would the first season? How many episodes?
132.
5,000. Fuck.
For season 1 is that to me says it's not a season.
It's not.
Like that's
an
way
entire,
too many episodes.
That's an entire series.
Yeah, but that's also half of Z. So it's
true.
half of the length of Dragon Ball Z. Mm-hmm. And when you add the original Dragon Ball's 100 and something episodes, then the entirety of the Dragon Ball franchise is 400 episodes.
Damn, dude.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. I'm not a Dragon Ball guy. I'm not an anime guy. Just not.
You could be, dude. There's a lot out there.
It could be. I don't know.
You gotta find the right one. Black Clover's really good. It's about wizards.
Wizards.
It's a little bit different take on it, but it's cool.
It's neat. Yeah, I don't know.
My Hero Academia is really good too. It's about superheroes. Superhero high school, basically. Very, very, very good.
Yeah, I'm not really in depth with the Japanese culture. Yeah, Victor's wearing a fucking, what's that? Samurai lifestyle? That shirt is badass, though.
It is.
So
the back has that bigger on it.
That's sick.
It's a very cool shirt. Got it at Zoomies.
Shout out Zoomies. Sponsor us. Give us free.
Yeah, by the way, this pod is sponsored by Squarespace.
Nope.
To get 25% off your first website,
we can get in trouble for that.
Use code SQUAD.
We are not sponsored by Squarespace. But, for sure, sponsor us so we can get those bags. So. But anyways, dude. It's been 59 minutes.
Well, you want to call it a wrap?
You know what I was thinking about today?
Okay, what?
Do you remember in Missoula? Oh my god.
What?
Do you remember?
What?
We were in my dorm, and I had just gotten out of the shower, and I did the fucking, like, what is it? Like, I'm gonna like replicate it. It was like this shit.
He's always doing the like SpongeBob, like twirl it around, like he's like gyrating his hips.
The hip thrust 360 move.
Yeah.
Had a towel on, shit fell off.
Wasn't Mara there?
Mara was there. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was so bad. I was thinking about that today. I don't know why. I just was like, fuck, man, that was so bad. It was public indecency on accident.
Could have charged you.
Damn, dude, Mara could have sued me.
She could have.
So, thanks for not suing me, Mara.
Good story.
A total of, I think, 70 people have seen my peen? No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Probably like 20. I don't know.
Wow. That's even a lot.
Dude, I don't care. A peen is a peen, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck it, dude. But anyways, we're about an hour in. We should probably wrap it up because...
That's fine with me. I only had those 2 topics. So
Yeah, true. So for sure, let us know in the comments what we should talk about, or on Twitter.
yeah, it's at Zach Clow, right?
Yep.
And then at mine's a lot more difficult. Which I stopped using Twitter for a while, but I'm getting back into it. It's hard for me to enjoy Twitter sometimes because there's so many people just spewing garbage on it.
Yeah.
And people are entitled to their opinions. People are entitled to whatever they want to tweet because it's their Twitter account.
But you're so annoying.
But
You're so annoying.
When you freak out about things or when you are so upset about something, and that's all I see on Twitter, it annoys me, and I don't want to use Twitter. And that is all on me. I understand,
but be less annoying.
Sure.
In my opinion, you're so annoying.
It just makes me not.
I'm not going to specify. Actually, I'm not going to specify. There's just some select people that whenever I read a tweet, I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Just like, shut up. But do what you want.
That's how I feel about when I read your tweets.
Well, my tweets are fire always.
I don't know about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My last tweet. The upside of buying a 3-pound bag of Tootsie Rolls is that you have 3 pounds of Tootsie Rolls. The downside is also having 3 pounds of Tootsie Rolls. Now that's relatable. If I've ever seen it.
Yep. That is peak Instagram comedy.
But anyways, Squadcast listeners, we appreciate you tuning in to the 2nd official episode. Wish we could have released that other one.
That's all right.
It sucks.
Maybe as a bonus content at some point.
Yeah, maybe a bonus content. Maybe a little bonus podcast that sounds
clean it up as much as you can and just release it saying, here's trash audio that we recorded with a bunch of people.
A shit ass audio.
Next time we have
fun.
Next time we have multiple people, we'll make sure that we have it in a quiet area in a way that everyone will be able to voice what they have to say.
It'll just be more more professional.
Yeah.
We also might dig into the old video podcast eventually.
Yeah, I'd like to do that, but we need to figure out where and how and how is easier than where.
Yeah.
I think.
And when.
Yeah.
But either way, we appreciate you listening. For the 3rd time saying this, definitely leave us some comments. Don't dislike the podcast because
you can dislike the podcast if you want.
It destroys my ego.
Zach just gets really upset about it.
So, anyways, thanks for listening. We'll catch up with you next week. That's about it.
Yeah, I got nothing else to say.
All right.
Thank you for listening. Tune in next time for our next sponsor, Stamps.com.
Stamps.com?
Yeah.
Is that
It's an actual sponsor of podcasts.
We're not sponsored. We can get in trouble for that.
We are sponsored by Squarespace.
No, we're not.
Use
we're ending
SQUAD for 25% off your first purchase.
No, absolutely not. We're leaving. Peace. Say peace.
Use code SQUAD.
Fuck off.